unexploded ordnance has killed dozens of people. I have interesting little materials here. These are promotional materials that the Department of Defense gives to our soldiers to try and recognize it. This is a problem that threatens the health and well-being of our men and women in service right now on our bases. One of my favorites is Larry the Lizard. This is being distributed in Southern California, coloring books to try and tell children not to pick these things up. Now, if it's your son, your niece, your granddaughter, your little brother, maybe you feel better that there's a Larry the Lizard coloring book. But wouldn't you feel better if we stepped up and met our obligation and actually picked up those bombs, those unexploded munitions? I think you would. I know I would. I think it's time that Congress no longer be missing in action in the issue of military cleanup. We don't know at this point whether there are 10 million acres or 40 million acres with unexploded ordnance. I appreciate and I've expressed my admiration for this subcommittee sinking their teeth into it and trying to do something. My colleague Mr. Farr for his tireless championing of this cause. But this amendment today, this little amendment, shifting the same amount of money that will be spent from the most recent round of base closures with $5.3 billion to increase the small amount of money that has been allocated to deal with prior facilities is a step in the right direction. It would be a tragedy if we are going to continue to stretch this out over time. Our first obligation ought to be to those people who have suffered this experience before. Mather Air Force Base in California isn't slated to be cleaned up till 2072 under the current rate of expenditure. They were closed in the first round. That's unconscionable. The rate we're going, it's a 200 to 300 year problem. And every delay means that we do not return the land to productive use. It means that people's lives are at jeopardy. We're coming up to fire season, and we're probably going to have to pull firefighters out of some of the forests where there had been training and there's a danger of the bombs exploding. We are spending enough money on national defense that we can prioritize dealing with this toxic legacy that will make families safer at home and people around the world. Because bear in mind, the sooner we develop this technology and refine the techniques, not only will it help us clean up here at home, that technology will be available to make our soldiers safe overseas as well. Thank you very much.
Gentleman's time expired.